Hi guys, welcome back to 100% Mag. So I hope you're all staying safe and well out there. And of course, Newcastle take on Manchester City at St James's Park. We've already played against Man City, of course, at St James's Park this season in the League Cup, which of course seen us win against Man City at St James's Park. We've played them already as well down at the Etihad in the league, which of course ended up not going in our favour on that one. But this is our chance now to play them in the league at St James's Park. And of course, this is going to be a half-5 kickoff live on TNT Sport as well for this one. And following our home defeat by Nottingham Forest last time out, of course, we are looking to avoid a second successive Premier League defeat at St James's for the first time under Eddie Howe's management. Of course, the last time that Newcastle lost twice in a row on home soil was back in October of 2021. Of course, when it was a 3-2 defeat by Spurs, of course, under the Cabbage. Then a 3-0 defeat, of course, by Chelsea under Graham Jones as well, Jonesy. Although Newcastle have beaten, of course, Man City already this season in the League Cup at St James's. We are winless in the Premier League in our last 9 home and away meetings against Man City, of course, with a 2-1 home win sandwiched in there in January of 2019. Before that success achieved, though, however, Salomon Rondon's strike and Matt Ritchie's spot kick, Newcastle had made 22 unsuccessful attempts at defeating the Citizens in the top flight. Saturday will be the 48th time that we have faced against Manchester City, of course, with Newcastle winning 8, drawing 9 and losing the other 30 to date. Looking at, of course, the Man City news as well going into this, and then I will talk about, of course, our news going into it. But on the Man City side of the news, of course, going into this game, it is quite an interesting one in the fact that, of course, Man City will be out without John Stones for this game, and they will be without their big man up top, Erling Haaland. That is a massive piece of news to be hearing, that Erling Haaland will not be playing in this game against Newcastle. I've got to say, though he hasn't really done much against we in recent games, it's still a big boost to know that he will not be playing against us in the game tomorrow in the half-5 kickoff. This will be, of course, the third meeting of this season, with both having won one to date. City recorded a 1-0 win in the Premier League. Of course, at the Etihad in August, we triumphed in, of course, the League Cup against them. So this will be the third time that, of course, we have faced off this season, Newcastle and Man City. Ahead of our visit, of course, ahead of their visit, sorry, to St James's Park, Pep Guardiola's side defeated Huddersfield Town 5-0 in the FA Cup third round on Sunday gone. Of course, Kevin De Bruyne made his return after 5-month absence due to injury. City will wear their usual home kit as well in this game. And the referee for the game will, of course, be Chris Kavanagh, the Lancashire-based official, which is not a great one, I've got to say, because he is from Manchester. So, to see a guy being given the officiating duties for somebody that only lives 30 minutes, up the road, down the road, what have you, from the Etihad isn't exactly ideal. But he has been given the officiating duties for this game. So it will be Chris Kavanagh in the middle as the whistle for this one. And of course on VAR it's going to be Peter Banks. So again, it's culprits of the Northwest contingent on the Newcastle United game. We're seeing the Manchester-based official and a Scouse VAR assistant in the game. So again, it's that Manchester-Liverpool connection in the officiating side for Newcastle in this game. Looking at our team news going into it, of course, Callum Wilson, Joe Linton, Harvey Barnes, Joe Willock, Jacob Murphy, Elliot Anderson, Nicky Pope and Matt Targett remain out, while Sandro Tonali, of course, is still ineligible because of his ban. But speaking of the media, of course, on Friday morning, of course, Eddie Howe confirmed that Joe Linton would be missing for at least 6 weeks with a thigh injury that's forced him off during last week's win against the Mackhams in the third round of the FA Cup. Howe also rubbished claims of a move for Bournemouth Dominic Solanke during this window, as we don't have the ability to sign a player of that level. A reference to ongoing financial constraints caused by FFP. That is not to say that we couldn't afford to go and buy somebody like Dominic Solanke, just saying that we don't have the ability due to the FFP to be able to go out and get somebody like that, by the sounds of it, is what Eddie Howe is saying. In terms of players returning from injury, Callum Wilson may be available for a visit to Villa, while Jacob Murphy is back in training in a limited way, and the PL suspension thresholds, of course, have been allowed to a 2-match ban for any player who collects 10 bookings in their first 32 Premier League games. So that means Anthony Gordon and Bruno Guimaraes have to be very careful, as they're currently sitting on 7 yellow cards after 20 Premier League games. But let us know your thoughts, down in the comments below. This is going to be an interesting game. This is, tippy top. This is what we're going to be seeing, in the years ahead. Newcastle versus Manchester City for the Premier League title. We've already seen what this game can produce last season when we played them, and we've already seen what it can produce this season so far as well with the other 2 games that's been played. So let's see if we can get the result in the bag, get 3 points in the bag, and come away from St James's Park the winners, and push up even higher in the league. Let's see, if we can keep going and get this team into a European place once again like we did last season. But let us know your thoughts about it down in the comments below. Any Man City fans watching, of course, let us know what you think about the game. What's your thoughts going into this game? It's going to be a very interesting one. I think it will be a very tight game as well. Don't get us wrong. I don't think it's going to be open for either side. I think it will be a very tightly contested game, and it could easily go either way. But if I had to make a score prediction, I will go with, of course, I always back me lads, I always back Eddie and the lads, and I will go with Newcastle to come away from this game 2-1 winners against Manchester City. That is my score prediction. Let us know yours down in the comments below. And until next time, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the reaction. However, lads.